Today we've traveled to extreme southeastern Kentucky. We just pulled into a little town called Cumberland. We're going to Kingdom Come State Park. We're going to check out some bear cubs. I've never done this before. Tell me a little bit about what we're getting ready to do.
We're getting ready to go in and do what we typically do in the winter. So Tristan actually caught this bear this summer up on top of the mountain, and we're going in to see if she's had cubs and how many and what sex they are.
Okay, so you'll end up mixing up a drug concoction that'll put the bear under.
Correct.
And you can pull the cubs out and do some testing, correct?
Exactly.
What's the purpose? Tell me why we do this.
Population allows us to set quotas and hunting season lengths. One of the big pieces of that is cub survival.
Okay.
Over the course of the year. So this bear should have cubs when we go in. If we find 3, then we'll check on her again next summer. And if she's got 3 yearlings, then we've had 100% cub survival.
I'm excited to see these. I got a million questions. This is the first time I've ever been this close to a wild bear, so I'm pretty excited about going in and seeing how this works out. So we got a couple hundred yards down the hillside I hear?
Yeah, it's down the mountain here a little bit.
All right, and you've already located it, correct?
Yeah, we've got a general location. We had a flight done a few weeks ago to kind of give us a general idea of where she's at.
Okay.
So we know approximately where she is, and then we'll have to go in on foot and actually find where her den is.
All right, well, you guys tell us how far back to stay, and let's get in and take a look at them.
Sounds good.
All right. How far does that thing work?
If you got line of sight, you're looking at 4 or 5 miles probably.
Okay.
You can hear most of these bears off the top of the mountain.
It's pretty amazing that it'll work that way, though.
Yeah.
So right now, they've got a signal from this bear. They think it's about 350 yards away. They're gonna try to locate this bear while we're at a distance. You can see by looking at the terrain, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough terrain. And this bear is somewhere where it felt safe with its cubs to try to hide. So it's a little bit of a search and find game here.
It really wasn't a bad shot. It was some kind of malfunction with the dart. As it come out the barrel, the drug was ejecting, and it just kind of rolled off the bear, and it didn't get any drug in the female.
She went out the back.
Unfortunately, sometimes they do take off.
It does happen.
You know what? We didn't get the data we wanted from the female, but really this study is a lot about cub survival rate.
Yeah, a huge portion of it's going to be focused on the cubs.
So right here, we are literally standing on top of the bear den. The cubs are right here. It looks like there's 3 of them here. So we're gonna get them out and get them worked up and get them back in their den site. A lot of people would think this would be somewhere completely covered in a cave or something, but look what we've got here. It's right in a big tree.
Give me 1 or 2 of them.
They feel pretty fat.
Yeah, they got their eyes open.
Smell like puppies. So, is 3 pretty common?
Yeah, 3's really common out here.
One thing I didn't know coming out here to do this was how we had to beware of scent.
Yeah.
Obviously, most people are not going to be handling a bear, but so the mother doesn't necessarily get too carried away.
Exactly. You know, when we're trapping them, we leave human scent around. It's nothing like coyote trapping. And then here at the den, as soon as she comes back, she'll recognize they're hers and not worry about our scent on.
Okay. So obviously bears have a whole lot of mechanisms for protecting themselves. One of them is just hiding in a den with the mother.
Yeah.
So these bears will den with her next year.
They will, as 1-year-olds.
And then after that, they'll move off on their own.
Right.
At what point in time, if that mother decides to use a mechanism to go up a tree or whatever, can these guys join her?
Oh, absolutely, quickly. As soon as they come out of the den, they can run up a tree.
Really?
Yeah, that's their #1 defense mechanism is cubs. Mom will make a noise and they'll go to the highest branch in the tree.
How old do they have to be before they start having their own cubs?
2 to 3, depending on their nutrition.
How old do you think these are?
These are probably a little over a month.
This is really cool. So we're going to find out if we got males or females.
Yeah, we are. We're going to sex all these, and then they're all going to get a microchip, like the same thing your dog gets at the vet.
Okay.
So if we catch them again in 2 or 3 years when they're grown, we'll know who they came from. So we'll get to tagging. So #1 is going to be a female.
In a year from now, what do they weigh?
50 to 60.
Okay.
When they go in the den next year, they put on a considerable amount of weight.
This one here is like,
Female.
Another female.
Male.
Well, it's interesting work. You're interacting with an animal that most people don't get an opportunity to interact with. I'm excited to see what the results turn out. But thanks a lot. Keep up the good work. We hope you give us an opportunity to check back in a year or two.
Yeah,
And I really do
yeah.
appreciate it. It's a great time. If you'd like more information on bears, check out the winter 2016 edition of Kentucky Afield magazine. Dave Baker traces how they got here and where populations are most likely to grow in the coming years. Go to fw.ky.gov and search Kentucky Afield magazine for this article and how to subscribe.